sheriff's office and pay drone. And I think I mentioned that one drone in charge of the sheriff. That's 4 drones there, not including the other areas of the sheriff's office. Distribute drones out is what we were trying to do. That's what we were.
Have any other departments, sheriff's departments, ever been accused of using drones in a less than positive way?
That's how it works.
Okay, I guess, it could be Zulu, Foxtrot. We can name the additional companies if we wanted to in terms of who could use it without casting any type of aspersions. I know Councilman Britt is very incorrect as it relates to certain things that the sheriff, while he can try his best to correct when there is a problem, he can't anticipate it each and every time there may be a problem with personnel. And there have been some issues as it relates to one particular individual that I know had the trust of the sheriff, and he was in a position of great authority, and he compromised a search warrant, and he's no longer with the sheriff's department. That took place some time back, and there's been other issues that I'm aware of. So with that being said, I know the sheriff will not be manning any of these drones, will he, as far as you know? Okay.
And when I refer to the sheriff and his team, that includes Captain Gist and the other captains and all the officers, all the way down to the newest hired last week. When I say the sheriff and his team, I don't think they've used any tools. And people have made mistakes in the sheriff's department, as has other people in other departments. And people do make mistakes, and I don't think they've actually used a tool like whether it's a helicopter or something else, to try to help them do their jobs. That's what I was referring to.
Mr. Chairman, I just want to say that I agree with a lot of what David has said. If I needed somebody between me and the Constitution, it would be Sheriff Chuck Wright. I trust him, with just about everything as far as that's concerned. I want him to be there the way he's handled the COVID experience here in Spartanburg, and his take on the things that have been going on is spot on, and I just trust him with everything I've got on those issues. The only problem is that long after I'm gone and long after the sheriff is gone, there will be other people in charge. I have no idea what those folks will think about using drones, how they do it. I can envision, the county starting to use drones for everything, is looking in people's backyards and seeing if they've got derelict vehicles and all kinds of stuff, just trying to do things that we obviously don't do now, but sometime when we're not here and the current administration is not here, we can't control that. So, but what we can control is today, looking forward, and I agree with you that the sheriff, if he needs a tool, I think he's going to use it wisely. But in a case like this, especially with the grant that we've got in front of us, which is a coronavirus emergency supplemental funding program grant, it really is a stretch to say, well, because of COVID, we need some drones. So because of the way the type of grant we're looking at and the situation for just looking out in the future, I think it's best for me to vote no on the drone situation. I certainly want to make sure that we get the grant, but specifically for the drones, I'm going to have to say no.